lots and lots of research to come up with over 100 tips for you guys. This is the complete guide and everything you need to know about max raids. This brand new and exciting feature has finally arrived in Pokemon Go, and it's bringing really cool and unique battles. The concept of gathering max particles and catching these giant Pokemon, it seems really simple, but there's a whole bunch of unexplained mechanics and tips that I've learned from all these hours of me playing and research and everything. So I want to go over them here with you today. Whether you're brand new to these things like most people, or you're advanced, you've been going just as hard as I have, I'm sure there's something in here that you didn't know. So let's get right into it. So first and foremost, let's talk about the power spots, right? All around your map, you're going to see these purple towers, right? And these are called power spots. A lot of terminology you're going to need to learn for this new game mode. So yeah, I'm going to be saying a lot of it here in this video. Now these power spots, if you click on it, it's going to give you 100 to 120 max particles, right? MP. Alright, MP is very important. It does a lot of different things for you, and you can gain it by clicking on these power spots, right? Or walking, which we'll get into that later. Now, these power spots, they seem to be at brand new points of interest that actually rotate around your map at small businesses. You can see all the different power spots and max Pokemon in your area, and you could see the timers until they reset. Now, these timers are all kind of craziness. It seems like they reset every 24 to 48 hours. I woke up the next morning after taking on a whole bunch in my city, and they were still there. They did not reset, but the timers seem to go up until 9 p.m. because at 9 p.m. you can no longer do max raids. Once you take on a max Pokemon, there will be no more max Pokemon there for you. Other people could still battle it, but once you beat a power spot max Pokemon at a power spot, you put a Pokemon in there, and that's that. You will not be able to fight another max Pokemon at that spot for like 24 to 48 hours. Now we're going to get into the currency of the whole raid system, which is max particles. Now, if there's anything that's upsetting people about this system, aside from not being able to Dynamax old Pokemon that you've invested in, it would be the way these max particles are set up. Hopefully they fix it. I heard there was a lot of things when Mega Pokemon came out that they had to fix, and they slowly fixed it, so they'll probably do the same with this. Now, the max particles, like I said before, you're going to get 100 to 120 from power stations every time you click on one, and you can also get 300 for walking, okay? And you can receive 800 max particles a day, right? That's the most they'll let you collect in a day, and you can actually hold up to 1,000. Now I know that's confusing, but let's say you collect all 800 today, then when you wake up tomorrow, you collect 200, and boom, you hit your max. Now to get the most, right, out of your max particles in one day, what you can do is click on 4 power spots, right, and then get your walking bonus twice. That'll put you at 1,080. You could get 4 1-star max raid battles with that 1,000 in one day, right? So it's very, very important that you collect them in this certain manner, or you only get to do 3 battles in one day for free. We'll get into the pricing and everything of these battles a little bit later on. You can buy max particles in the shop. They come in bundles of 800. You could buy a 3-pack of 800 each. That's 2,400. You can also buy a big pack of 6 of them, which is, you know, you get 6 800 packs, I believe. And anytime you want, you can use the 800, right? Whether you go over 1,000, or you're at 0, or you're at 1,000, you can use it again. I'm not sure what the max is, but when you run out, you use it, and it's all good. There's no limits. There's nothing. If you spend money, basically, you have unlimited particles. Let's put it that way. That's the way around it, is to spend money. Tier 1 max raid, which are what's out right now. There's 5 of them out right now. That's Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squovette, and Wooloo. Those are tier 1s. They're 250 max particles to do each raid. You also have tier 3 and tier 5. This has been confirmed by data mining. A lot of people don't know this yet, or this is confirmed to be true. Your tier 3s are going to cost 400 max particles, and your tier 5s are going to cost 800 max particles. I do believe the tier 5s will be legendaries or Gigantamax or something like that. You can also level up your Pokemon's max moves, right? And there's 3 different moves that you can max up. You have Max Strike, Max Guard, and Max Spirit. And there's actually 4 different groups, right? And credit to the Pokemon group for sharing this. There's 4 different groups. One is the lowest pricing group, and group 2, group 3, and then group 4. Group 4 is the highest pricing group. Each group has different prices to max out each move. And you guys will see, I have pictures on the screen right now showing you the prices. If you need to pause it or screenshot it, then you can see. This is what it's going to cost if you want to start preparing to max out one of your Metagross that you catch in the upcoming event. Excuse me. And now that we know what the power stations are, the power spots, excuse me, and the max particles, you get the place and the currency. Now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. These are your max battles, right? This is where you're going to go to these power spots and take on these big boys, right? The raids are going to come in tier 1, tier 3, and tier 5, or 1 star, 3 star, and 5 star. 5 star being the hardest, 1 star being the easiest. When you enter these max raids, up to 4 people, including yourself, can come into the battle. Each of you will bring 3 Pokemon, and you cannot do remote invites at this time. I did read something about them having it in the code, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't want to get anybody excited. That would be beautiful, though. Alright, in person's great too, though. It has made this a lot of fun. Me and my fiance go out and take them on. I've loved it. Hopefully you guys that are living in the hills, you know, out in the middle of nowhere, hopefully it's easy enough for you guys to just do by yourself, or maybe you at least have one person to do it with. Because this is a really fun feature. A lot of people are hating on it, and I don't know why. It's been great for me. Okay, each person brings 1 to 3 Pokemon. You can just bring 1, but you can bring up to 3, and that's a max of 12 Pokemon, and they have to be Dynamax. None of your old Mons can come into this max raid. You have to have Dynamax Pokemon. They will give you a max Pokemon from doing research. If you're a brand new player, you just have to reach level 13, and you should get the to the max research, which will get you your first max Pokemon. It'll actually get 3, and I'll link that video right up here in the corner, which is how to get your first 3 max Pokemon if you are brand new to the game and you're just doing the beginning research for the Dynamax quests. Now, these max raids are very different than regular raids, but there are a few similar things too, right? So these are actually turn-based, right? Once you Dynamax, these are turn-based, so you will need to bring strategy, right? For the higher tiers, I do believe strategy will need to be implemented. You will have to level up your healing, right? So you can heal your Mons a little bit better. Right when you unlock the max spirit, it doesn't heal you or your partners very much, but I'm sure once you max out your healing on stronger Pokemon, it will heal you guys a lot more. So a lot of strategies will need to be implemented to take on, let's say, a tier 5 Gigantamax Duraludon, or a 5-star Gigantamax Charizard, right? It's gonna be tough, so you're gonna have to strategize. Now, when the raid starts, you're just gonna tap the screen just like raids, and you're gonna fill up your charge moves just by using fast moves, just like a regular raid. And this will also fill up your Dynamax gauge as you attack, and you will see these little icons pop up. I do believe you can tap them. I have been swiping, like dodging left and right, and collecting it that way. You can kind of hop your Pokemon over into it, and a lot of people have been confused on how to collect this. Just swipe over and your Pokemon will go right into it. Boop, you'll collect it, and it gives you a little bit more Dynamax on your Dynamax meter to help you max your Pokemon. Alright, and this will help fill up your gauge. Also, you can switch your Pokemon right before you're about to Dynamax, right before your meter fills up. If you switch right before the meter fills up, you can actually switch into one of your other 2 Pokemon, and that one will Dynamax. So you can almost choose which one you want to Dynamax. That could be helpful with the strategies that you need in the future harder max raids, but I just wanted to let you guys know that you can switch and Dynamax a different Pokemon than who you have on the field. Alright, once you Dynamax and your meter gets full, you will have 3 turns. You'll start off with just Max Strike, and that is actually what your Pokemon's fast move is, right? So if you have a Fairy Pokemon and it has Charm as its fast move, you're going to do the Fairy Max Strike. I'm not sure what the name is, but they all have names, and it just depends on your fast move. Your 2 charge moves or your 1 charge move does not matter when you're Dynamaxed. It's going to base it off of your fast attack. Also, you can use 3 turns, Max Shield, Max Spirit, or Max Strike. Like I said, you're going to have to come up with different strategies using these, but Max Strike will attack, Max Shield will grant you a shield, almost like Protect, and Max Spirit will heal you and your allies. I do believe if all your Pokemon faint, you can continue to Max Shield, or I mean cheer on your partners, and that will raise their health up too. That way when your Pokemon are fainted, you could sit there and cheer them on, just like in the main series games. So once you defeat these Pokemon, you will get a chance to catch them. Right? Now, these Pokemon will come just like in raids. They'll be level 20 and weather boosted level 25. Just like raids. So I do believe you can follow the same CP, max CP that you want to see for Hundos and Shundos and stuff like that. For the raids, I believe you can use the exact same CPs for the max raids. Also, they can be shiny. As long as they have shinies in the game and they are, shiny eligible, they can be shiny in a max raid as well. Also, you have a chance to double the rewards for 200 coins. You could double the rewards for 200 coins. It does not look very appetizing right now because we are only seeing the tier 1 rewards, right? And that's like 2 items. Right now, it's a complete ripoff. Don't do it. Everybody's complaining about it, but you got to think bigger picture here. Honestly, they should have the price go up with the tier as well. To have it all one price is kind of silly by Niantic, but Niantic be Niantic, and that's how they do things. Also, guys, I wanted to mention this. Gigantamax Pokemon will be coming because there is a Gigantamax Pokedex and a Gigantamax search tag. So you could search up Gigantamax, and if you go to your Pokedex, you can look at the Gigantamax Pokedex, and they're all in there, right? So be excited for that. They are coming. Once you beat the Pokemon, you will have the option to leave 1 of 3 Pokemon in the power spot, right? You can leave any of the 3 you battled with, and that's it. 1 of those 3 will be in that max spot till it resets, or until you recall it. Now, the reason you want to do that is because the Pokemon that you leave there will be helping other players defeat their max Pokemon, right? And there's a bonus for leaving them in there. First off, your Pokemon will receive candy, depending on how many battles it does. It seems like there's actually a cap, excuse me, there's a cap on the amount of candy you can get from a tier 1. I don't know if it's glitched right now. I've heard all kind of different rumors. It seems like the max that you can get from leaving your Pokemon at a tier 1, no matter how many battles, is 5. No XL candy and 5 regular candy. So that's how much you'll get right now. So apparently now there can only be 40 total Pokemon left at a max spot. Not by you, just in general. Because you'll see them, there'll be tons of Pokemon that people left in there. And that's going to give you an attack bonus also. That's another reason why you want to leave your Pokemon in there, is because there's 4 tiers of attack boosts. You're going to get a damage boost first. It's a little like punch symbol. The very first tier is if there's 1 Pokemon left in there. The second tier is if there's 2 or 3 Pokemon left in there. The third tier of attack boost is from 4 to 14 Pokemon left in there. And the 4th power boost that you will get is from 15 to 20 Pokemon left at 1 power spot. The more Pokemon that are in there, the more chances of this special feature happening, which is when you can get a wild encounter with a Pokemon right there at the power spot. It's pretty cool. When you click on it, in the bottom left corner, there's going to be a little grass symbol, kind of like the research rewards. And when you click on it, you're going to get an encounter with a Pokemon that it's not Dynamax, but you'll get an encounter with a Pokemon. I think they're only appearing at power spots that have a lot of Pokemon in them. So if you see a little encounter thing in the bottom left, when you click on a power spot, make sure you click it and catch that encounter, because it's a really cool experience. The more Pokemon that are in there, the higher the chance. That's what it seems to be. If you guys made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you sticking around. It means everything to me. We're almost done, I promise. But if you leave a like and consider subscribing, I'm pretty new Pokemon Go channel, and I look forward to the future with you guys and making these tutorial videos and all these event coverages. I love it. I really love it. I wish that I could make good money doing this, and my plan is to make that happen. So with your help, just with a thumbs up or join the memberships or leave a comment below, let me know how you're enjoying Dynamax. I'd really appreciate it. And let's keep on rolling. Now guys, you can evolve your Maxmons when you catch them. This last little section is just a couple things I want to mention also. You can evolve them, your Charmander. You can turn it into a Dynamax Charizard, no problemo. You can also Mega Evolve them, right? You can evolve it right into your Mega Charizard. But once you become a Mega Evolution, your Dynamax feature goes away, right? So you cannot be Mega Evolved and Dynamax at the same time. It won't work. Now these Dynamax Pokemon that you catch, they can be lucky because you can trade them. And when you trade them, they count as a regular trade, not a special trade. As you see here, the max moves do not get the discount that you get for lucky Pokemon and leveling them up. And their max moves will stay with them when they trade. And with that being said, guys, we've covered it all. 101 tips on Dynamax and max raids in Pokemon Go. It's been a journey waiting for these Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon, which will be coming soon. No need to worry. But yeah, that's it for me, and hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, I thank you so much. And Trainerjayy is out of here. Playing Pokemon is what we love to do. Everybody watch my video. Did you love it? Hanging out and battling these giant mons. We wanted them for years and now they're here.